It's Morning Edition from NHPR. I'm Rick Ganley. And for today's radio field trip, we're hiking with the authors of a new book that is flying off the shelves.
My name is Uma Sesney. I'm in 4th grade.
My name is Dan Sesney, and I'm the author, along with my co-author, of NH Rocks That Rock 25.
Daddy!
Excuse me, I have to go save her.
New Hampshire Rocks That Rock is a field guide to the 25 coolest boulders in the state, according to Uma and Dan. Today, the father and daughter team are leading us to Sheep Rock, one of Uma's favorite hikes in the book. We meet up at the Heads Pond Trail parking lot in Hooksett. It's a cold, gray day, and 7-year-old Uma is bundled up in pink and purple layers, head to toe. Before we start the hike, Uma generously gives me one of her favorite rocks from her collection. It's a piece of fool's gold. You like collecting rocks?
Yeah.
How big is your collection?
Like 5,000,000,100.
We're walking on a long, straight rail trail. Even though we're not far from a busy road, it's nice and quiet here, with the trees lining the path. However, the trail is a sheet of ice, so we grown-ups are inching our way along on microspikes. Uma is fearless, and she runs ahead.
All right, Ooms, lead the way.
Dan and Uma, whose trail names are Buffalo and Little Bean, started making these hikes to rocks a year ago as a pandemic project. Dan was homeschooling Uma for kindergarten, so they were looking for outdoor activities that weren't too intense.
And we came across this hike in New Boston called Frog Rock. And her and I went out there to go search for it. And after we found it, we had a little fun hike. She said, Daddy, are there any other rocks like this that are named after animals or named after things? And so we went home, we did a little bit of research, really not that much research, like just a quick Google search. And especially in New Hampshire, there are thousands of rocks named after people.
The two created a list of about 150 of their favorite rocks and narrowed it down to 25. They had 3 requirements. All the rocks had to be on public land, they had to be all over the state, not just in one area, and they needed to be accessible to anyone.
So the 4,000 footers are simply not accessible to everybody. You know, the 52 at the View is not accessible to everybody. And we wanted to make a list that it didn't matter how old you were or you were differently abled in some way. Everybody can reach this list, and there's no rules. Like if you just drive by it and you see it and you wave to it, like Glen Boulder, for example, not everybody can hike to Glen Boulder.
Sure.
Excellent, thank you. Good job.
It's a good walking stick. The guide has quite the following, too. The book's Facebook group is now a place for members to post their progress in getting to all 25 rocks. And if you do get to at least 20 of them, Uma and Dan will send you a patch and a certificate of completion. Whose idea was it to make a patch? That was your idea?
I designed it too.
You did?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Uma, what's your favorite part of doing these hikes?
Climbing the rock.
Oh, climbing the rock. That's the best part?
Yeah.
Ooh, I think we're here.
Finally, we spot the turn and see Sheep Rock ahead. It's a large boulder and a field of boulders. Pine trees surround us, and a large pond is just yards away. The rock does almost look like a sheep, or a dog, lying with its head turned towards you. Is this it?
Yeah.
And this is Sheep Rock?
Yeah.
It does. It looks like a sheep's nose right here?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's now time for Uma's favorite part, climbing the rock. But she's a little tired and having a tough time on her own.
Why is it so slippery? Daddy, can you help me again?
Dan hoists Uma up onto the rock and helps her navigate to the top.
Left foot, look at my left hand. Look at my left hand. There you go, good job.
Now that we've finished the quest to Sheep Rock, I'm feeling inspired. So I think I'll keep scouting for these cool rocks and maybe even earn Uma's badge. You can visit nhpr.org/fieldtrips to see pictures of Buffalo, Little Bean, and myself on our hike to Sheep Rock. And while you're there, let us know where else you'd like us to go. This story was produced by Jackie Harris, and this is Morning Edition on NHPR.